Hello. While I appreciate the opportunity to have a hearing live and in person May 11th, I realize I will be in extreme pain trying to get to your office on the subway and will be battling extreme anxiety, and that's if it's a good day. Being able to record my thoughts and send this video to you in the calm of the darkness of my bedroom will allow me to put a voice to my story. I've been encouraged to share this video with news outlets and political leaders in hopes that the 4+ years of abuse I've suffered from your office will come to an end, and I'll finally receive the help that I really, unfortunately need. To you, I'm a confirmation number. I'm one of the dozens or hundreds of hearings you'll have this month. In the next few minutes, I'm going to try and share the experience with you of having to be me, living my life in the physical and mental state I'm in right now. Please note this isn't a suicide plea. Despite the contents of this video, I simply could never pull the trigger and kill myself because of the 2 kids I have in my life. They're not my biological children, but I took care of them like a father for 7 years, only to have that relationship end because of the stress caused by this disability. I was engaged to a wonderful, beautiful woman, and again, my family was taken away from me because of this disability. The limited interaction I have with the kids now is what motivates me to get out of bed each day and not kill myself each day, because believe me, I need that motivation. I'm a good person. I was a hard-working disabled American until my body finally gave out on me in 2011, and my employer, one of the largest media companies in the world, threw me out like street trash. Based on their own metrics, I was a top 10 producer in my job as a commercial account executive, not just in my office, not just in Massachusetts, but in all of New England. Tens of thousands of employees. To highlight the insanity that's gone on with your office, I began interacting with a woman named Eunice Newton in 2013. She told me once Social Security disability was approved for me, benefits would be given to me retroactive to the beginning of 2013. 4.5 years ago, I have not had any help. I wound up borrowing over $10,000 from family members, believing common sense would prevail and I would receive benefits years ago, and I've not been able to repay a penny of that $10,000, adding to my stress. In a sentence, I battle CRPS, Complex Regional Pain Syndrome. Before you make any decision, please understand and research what that condition is. It is the most painful, disabling ailment you can imagine that causes extreme suicidal pain flares unexpectedly throughout the year that prevent me from being able to get out of my bed to brush my teeth, never mind go to work. I've been forced to wear summer sandals 365 days a year, going back to 2008. That's right, wearing summer sandals through our great New England winters, because wearing sneakers or shoes causes flare-ups for the CRPS condition. I have serious issues in my lower back to the point of spinal fusion or electric spinal stimulator has been suggested for me. I can't sit. I can't stand. The only time I'm comfortable is when I'm laying flat in bed. What employer is going to extend a job to me in this condition? I have disc issues in my neck as well that cause my left arm to go numb. And as my life and health continue to deteriorate, I battle a dark, evil, suicidal depression each and every day. I want to die, to the point I can envision the gun in my mouth ready to blow my head off. I finally got to the point where I've seen a psychiatrist who diagnosed me with PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. It's almost embarrassing to say that, because usually that's a condition our heroes that protect our country overseas come home with. Unfortunately, it's what I've developed as well over the past few years, to go along with what I would guess would be a regular depression. The insomnia I have prevents any rhyme or reason in my daily life. The day I'm recording this, I was awake past 7 a.m., having back spasms and wanting to die. After 3 hours of sleep, I was wide awake, exhausted, but unable to go back to sleep, knowing today was the day I had to make this video. When I wake up each day, I lay in bed sometime for hours, in the dark, wanting to die. I do my stretches to loosen up my body as much as I can. Once I get up, I take my cane that I have to use 95% of the time. Then I have to battle the light, as it just causes my head to spin at the beginning of the day. It takes me quite a bit of time to get used to the light each day. Because of my disability, I'm embarrassed to say I can't even stand to urinate any longer. I have to sit like a woman because of my balance issues most of the time. I have to struggle to get into the shower and change my clothes Bending to try and get my socks and underwear on is a challenge, as between my neck, back, knees, and feet, I have no idea what's going to start hurting, while in my head I just want to die and go back to the dark. How I spend the day depends on the level of depression and pain that day. I've been lucky enough to meet a wonderful chiropractor who now treats me for free, because insurance won't cover it, and I can't afford it. I don't have any income to afford it. He knows of the disgusting issue I've been dealing with Social Security. He has me to his office 4 days a week, anywhere from an hour to 90 minutes, trying to improve me and get me back to life, then back to work, ultimately hoping I can walk without a cane again. Doesn't take a penny for it, doesn't charge me a penny for it. He's a good human being. I've had hundreds of appointments with him going back to last August, and it's really the only relief I get now. The problem is it usually subsides after a few hours, and I start to go back to the condition I was, and I'm in extreme pain, obviously, the days his office isn't open. I volunteer my time at the local television studio I'm producing this video out of a few times a week, depending on how I feel. My hard work is valued. It could perhaps be an employment opportunity if my body ever heals, as I can be relied upon when I'm there, but I can't be relied upon for any sort of a schedule. I cannot work a regular schedule in my condition. Other than that, I lay in bed, in the dark, my body physically hurting, my body wanting to kill myself and die. I continue to pray to God, asking Him to take my hand and help me, as I cannot do this on my own anymore. I have little interest in socializing, as I have no money to go anywhere or do anything with. I lay in bed in the dark. I've gone to physical therapy at Spalding Rehab in Medford last winter. The days I went, there was an improvement, but ultimately it caused an extreme CRPS attack that left me bedridden for weeks through Christmas, laying in bed, having difficulty even go in the bathroom, having pain shoot through my body with each heartbeat, again wanting to die, as it's inhumane. Your opioid crisis is a huge part of the problem. For years I was prescribed Percocet for my pain, Valium for my anxiety, Neurontin for my CRPS to try and prevent flare-ups as much as possible. I was able to work and do great at my job. I was able to earn an income and live. I had a family. I had a great social life. I was able to walk 30 miles a week. I was a disabled American success story. Then my primary care office said they weren't going to prescribe medications like that any longer. Then I was thrown out like trash by my employer and had no health insurance to see anyone. Took years for me to be able to get Mass Health. Years. Then I was sent to pain clinics who wanted to make money with all of their disc procedures on my back that gave me no relief, instead of trying to get me back to any sense of a normal life. I never abused my medication. I took it as prescribed. The opioid crisis, trying to prevent junkie losers from personally choosing to get high, has decimated my life. In an effort to try and be as productive as possible with this time I have rotting away, I tried to get help from the Mass Rehab program in Malden, Mass. They signed me up for a computer program class that wound up being torture for me, as I had to sit for 4 hours without my medication, feeling like there were hot knives being shoved up my back. I ask, what employer is going to hire someone that can't sit for long periods of time or stand for long periods of time? This is ridiculous. I am so angry and just drained from this. You can have all the laws and the rules and the regulations for the disabled you want, but at the end of the day, employers do not want to hire people they're not going to be able to count on to work a regular schedule. Unless someone can hire me to work out of my bed without a set schedule, I have no idea what I can do. I can't even be a prostitute because of the back problems I have. In recent years, I was finally approved for Mass Health, so I could see doctors again. I had to lower myself to ask for food stamps so I could eat, as I have no income. I have the disability placard in my car. I can't drive because of my foot issues with the CRPS. I even have the discounted T-Pass for the disabled, but I have no income. I have nothing. I need help. I know there's help out there for the disabled, but no one knows where to find it. Please. I'm a hard-working disabled American. Now I'm the forgotten American. I have a lot I could do for the world, but I've been left to rot with my body falling apart, battling a suicidal depression every day. Why? Women that choose to be whores and have multiple kids with multiple partners are taken care of. Illegal aliens that enter the country are taken care of. Refugees from other countries are taken care of. The 2 terrorists that blew up the Boston Marathon receive state benefits. One of the Boston newspapers ran an article about dead people receiving benefits. I need them. I'd love to go back to work and have an income every week, but I can't. I wish you could feel the panic, the pain, and the anxiety inside my body right now. The studio I volunteer at was shocked to find the videos I produced in regards to my Social Security disability nightmare way back in 2014, 3 years ago, again, begging for help, unable to fathom how I could still be in this bad of condition, both physically and mentally, and the state refuses to help me. I'm going to share a few of the video clips and hopefully include some links on the YouTube version of this video so everyone can see what I've gone through, and hopefully no one will have to go through again, although I find that doubtful. Disabled people deserve to be treated like human beings, not pawn scum. Please, please make May 11th, 2017 the day my life starts to get back on track, so I can completely focus on trying to recover enough to get back to life, to get back to work. I need to be able to live. God forbid my suicidal depression takes me off the deep end and I kill myself. My blood will be on your hands. I want to be alive to be here for my kids. But I have to battle this every day because of what I've been through. I've been begging for help like a homeless dog for years, and I deserve better than that. I miss my damn kids. I've been left with absolutely nothing. I appreciate your time listening to this humiliating video, and pray to God that you'll be able to help me after this 4.5 year nightmare.